Hello everyone, this is Shelby with Shelby Creations. Last time we made our little coffins for our 13 days of Halloween. That was number one. This time I came across these few little scraps of foam core board. You can get them anywhere, Walmart, Dollar Tree, whatever. Well, I figured we'd work on these today. So I need to find there it is, my little knife here. And I prefer using this to a craft knife. It seems to work better for me. Grab out, see, I got two of them here. In fact, I think I'm going to use the silver one because I haven't replaced the blade in this one in a while. So, and to me this is easier for me to handle. So all I want to do is I'm going to trim off two of the corners. And they don't have to be, just so. We're just going to eyeball it and cut like that. It's a little wonky, but it's okay. It will do. Now, from this area, I need to make this so that you can see it, because we're going to paint these. What I'm doing is I'm just taping down a piece of cardstock, and I come in with a piece of plastic wrap, and then lay it right on top, if I can get the wrinkles out. Now, I've done this before and I had no problem with the wrinkles, but now that you're on camera, you're going to wrinkle. Well, let's do it this way. I tell you what, I don't have time to sit here and fuss with it. Let's try this again. I know it's probably a waste of a piece of plastic wrap, but I've got like 3 or 4 rolls of this stuff laying around. Oh, come on, tear off. The ones I use in my kitchen have the cutter on it, and I should probably get one for here. But, alright, just smooth it down. Now that's not going to go anywhere, and my mat's protected. Yes, I have a glass mat, but we're doing it this way, because we're going to make a mess. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull out several paints here. I've got, let's see, I've got a black, and all I have is a metallic, but I don't, I'm on a spending freeze. I'm not going to go out and buy a thing, and it is practically full. I have a Wedgwood green and a silver, I think, well, platinum, excuse me. So make sure I get them shaken up, because I use these very little. Now, instead of a paintbrush, I've got a little case here that I'm going to pull out some Q-tips and a makeup sponge. Go back in there. Put those away. Now, before I do anything else, because these are going to be like little tombstones, so I think I'm going to write this in here fairly, fairly deep, but not breaking the paper. Alright, we're going to call him Bob. I don't know why. It's the first 3 letters that popped in my head. So, I see what I mean. If I'd have put that on the black mat, you wouldn't have been able to see it. So, we're going to come in here and we're going to paint Bob. And it doesn't have to be, all you want to do is cover it in the black paint. yes, it's going to be messy. But we will live. We have been messier. Now, how I'm going to do the sides, because it is foam. This is fairly dry, because it dries quickly. And I'm just going to dab it in there so that it gets in all those little crevices, because that's usually the hardest part to paint. Now, you are putting quite a bit of paint on these ends, but that's okay, because you want just a rough feeling. You don't want all the little dips and valleys over there. Now, what I'm going to do at this point, which is what I probably should have done to begin with, I'm going to take a toothpick and insert it down there in the bottom. That's going to make painting the backside a bit easier. Alright, now this side's a bit darker than the front. So I'm going to come back over here and just darken it up a little bit. There. Now, all we have to do is we're going to wait and let this dry. And I'll be back as soon as we're dry. Okay, so it's all nice and dry. And I couldn't actually lay it down. So all I did was stick it in a clothespin, and that held it. So, just a little tip. So, I can see where I did the bob on it. So what I'm going to do is, let me see, find out where I stuck my other colors. I'm going to put just a drop of the green and just a drop of the of the silver. If it'll come out. It's a little more than a drop, but it's okay. I don't want that. I want this one now. Well, no, I got to do this. I'm getting ahead of myself here. So, get some of the green on, and I'm just dabbing it so it goes in where I wrote Bob. And there's a few other little spots that got indented there. And then just take, now I got a paper towel here somewhere. And all I'm going to do is just wipe it off. Now, it's going to smear, but that's okay. Because, yeah, we'll mess with it some more. Now, with the sponge, I'm going to go into the green and then just pat some of it off. And if you do like I did, you get too much on there, take another side of it and just pat it off. But I do want to get around the top so it looks sort of like moss up there. And then just sort of weather it, because, tombstones are supposed to be old and whatever. Let's see. So, so that's not too bad. We can see Bob. We can see the weathering. Now I'm going to go in here with some of the silver and do the same thing. Just smoosh it around here and there. Weather it some. If you get too much, just take a clean part of the sponge and just go over it a little bit more. And then I think I need a bit more green there. Well, it's not coming out. Oh, now I think I got too much. That's okay. We can work with it. Do a little bit here on the back somewhere and then just wish it around. Now, if you're like me and you got a little bit too much of the green and you want to temper it down some, a little of the black, and just dot it here and there. And if you think you got too much on the front, do the same. Just weather it up so that it looks like just an old tombstone. And there we go. Just that simple. Now, I did not put anything on the bottom because get it inside, because this is where we're going to glue it at. Or you can, if you do want to do the bottom, you can use that on a card or wherever. But that's one I did. I've got some others over here that I'll show you that I did. I've been practicing. I put them on, you can see they're on plastic, and I just put them on a board to hold them flat. But these are the ones that I did before. And so you can do them in different shapes. Like this one here. Let me put another piece behind it so you can see it a bit better. Yeah, I tried to scallop the top. It didn't scallop, but it's got that worn look to it. There's that one. Here is this one. Just whatever shapes. And they're all out of foam board. And they're just, but they'll go on with my haunted house. So here I've got, we'll show you the finished products. So now I have 4 little tombstones for my house. So this was part 2, or day 2, of our 13 days of Halloween. If you like what you see here, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.